The biggest pro of traveling solo is also the biggest con of traveling solo. In the whole trip, you have the freedom to decide the plan of action at any point in time, but you also have the responsibility to achieve everything that you wanted to achieve on this trip or on a particular day or at a particular moment. When I got to Lake Bled, I was faced with the choice of either going to the lake and taking some great pictures or taking my drone out and then fly it around to take the pictures and videos of that beautiful castle that was there on the island, or to feed myself because I was really hungry as well. Which one did I finally decide? Stick around, I'll tell you.
From the man to see we're making up. Oh yeah! It's a journey, it's a fruit and a travel zone. Let's dance through the streets and live properly. Every step, every move, just you and me. In the city lights, under the stars with me. Exploring Slovenia.
Welcome to Sunny Escapades. You are listening to me talking about my trip to Slovenia in November to see the fall colors. This day I came to this place called Villa Bled. Oh, huge hotel, man. Like you turn into the hotel, there are huge grounds, and even before that I could see the lake on my right hand side. Oh, so beautiful, so nice. And there were so many places on the road, on the way, where I felt thankful that I have set up the dash cam, because I would be very sorry to lose those visuals. Okay, and the first thing I did was I checked the webcam when I sat down next time. But dashcam, it worked. It recorded everything. So I turned into this, and then there was a parked there, and then came into the hotel. They did not have my room ready yet. I was early. I had actually thought that if I start from there, it will be 12 o'clock was the time I'll get the car. It'll take me about 1 hour, which it did take me to actually get everything ready and be on the road. I might get lost once or twice, or I might have doubtfuls. I might stop somewhere, or I might see some very, very good scenery, stop somewhere and try to fly the drone there. Scenery was good, but there were no stopping places there. Like they were in Scotland. I had seen this thing when I drove there. There were some like proper laybys where you could stop, and amazing views there. Some peaks and valleys, and I can't tell you. When you drive from like Isle of Skye back towards Scotland, Edinburgh, gorgeous. I would suggest everybody to do that drive if you can, because you can just stop at so many places. And even if you don't have a drone, just take some pictures. And this time it was very picturesque. It was very photo worthy, but there were no places to stop. So I just kept on. So because they did not have the room ready, so I just left my suitcase there, took my backpack with me, went out, asked them for a recommendation for a restaurant as well, because the restaurant is just for breakfast and dinner, no lunch. So went outside first, walked to the lake. Lake is right there. You come out of the hotel compound, it's there. Even from the hotel compound, you can, if you walk left, there's a private beach that this hotel has. I don't know if it's a beach. Just like you have access to the lake from that side, maybe a dock. I'll check tomorrow. And so I came out and then walked around and looked at that gorgeous view. This little Blade Island, in the very, very tiny island with some kind of a castle in there. People rowing the boats on the lake. It's just, oh my God, this is what I live for. This is why you travel. It's absolutely smashing. So beautiful. Anyway, so I was feeling not very, very hungry, but okay, it was time to eat, because it was something around, I think 2 o'clock I got there. Yeah. So went to this place called Starkle, which is a nice hotel plus restaurant. And the girl that would give me good direction, the girl at the reception, she'd give me good direction, as in, this is how you find it. It's easy. You can't miss it. It's very big. It was very big. I am developing this little superstition that if I take pictures of a eating place before I go in, I would not get food there. Okay. This has happened so many times to me that I'm becoming superstitious about it. But these are the two things that I refuse to have in my life. One is any kind of addiction, and second, other than travel addiction, that's all right. Other than that, second thing is any kind of limiting superstitions. So the whole knockwood thing and the fingers crossing, that's all right. That doesn't stop me from doing anything. That's just a more of a mannerism than superstition, to be honest. But this thing I don't want to have in my life. So I again took pictures of that video and everything. And this time I got food. So I can break this. Inside, I had already checked the menu. After taking the picture, I checked the menu and they had a vegan pasta. I did not find anything else. I came inside. They gave me a table. But they did not have anything else. The vegan pasta was the only thing, and that was like 18 euros 90 cents for vegan pasta. So okay, whatever, we'll have to have that. Tomorrow we'll figure something out better for lunch. Then I sat down and checked my footage and stuff. And the vegan pasta was nice. It was not very salty, but that's okay. I'm cutting down salt anyway. But it was huge, like very, very big. So it was pasta with some vegetables and some vegan cheese in there. It was lovely, but it was huge, so I could not finish. I finished maybe like 60% of that. So given how expensive it was, they could have maybe broken down it too. You can order half of it if you want, and we'll charge you 10 pounds, 10 euros. No, they have done it yeah. So, and I don't think anybody finishes it because I see other people as well. I saw some other people also not finish their food and make the same kind of thing, okay, yeah, it was too much for us. Anyway, so yeah, I finished that, then came back to the lakeside, and obviously this place, it invites pictures, it invites cameras. It is just beautiful. So many different ways you can take pictures. There's some trees around there as well. There's some fall colors on those trees, and the lake itself is gorgeous. There is very clear water, and then there are little waves on the lake because people are rowing on it as well. And there's a castle in the distance. There are some mountains in even further distance. There's a little Bled Island as well. So with all of these things in there, it's just absolutely gorgeous. So even if I don't go anywhere else from here, it's you can just go there every day, hang around for 4 or 5 hours and then come back. It would still be worth it because this is how beautiful that lake is. So yeah, I saw somebody who was flying a drone. It was like a Mini 2. And when he caught it, I came, landed it on his hand. Then I went to him can you go to that little island with that? So he did not speak English, but his wife, girlfriend, whoever it was, she did speak English. So she replied to me, yeah, we can go, we can see that. And I said, so has nobody bothered you? Because there are so many controls. Because I had looked on my DJI app and there are 3 different levels of controls here, the weak, strong and moderate. And she said, nope, nobody has bothered us. Cool. So I walked around a little bit more, went further down, found a deck, a wooden deck. From that deck, there was a little corner in the deck which was not visible to everybody. Okay, this is my kind of thing where I can stay out of the sight. Not that I'm doing any crime, but just out of the sight and then fly my drone from here. So I did, and I could take pictures of that castle thing, the little Bled Island, the castle in the distance, the whole boats. It's just gorgeous. There are so many different ways of enjoying that beauty. You can just sit there and watch it. But if you're a photographer, a vlogger like me, there are just so many different ways of enjoying that beauty with your camera as well. So I went up to when my drone battery was 20%, I kept it up in the air, took as many shots as possible. The biggest thing that I have found is that because I don't have that kind of skill that you see people do, because I don't fly my drone that often, people can do 2 things at once, and the 2 things at once, 2 or 3 things at once sometimes you have to do, which is to make the drone go sideways and also turn the camera at the same time, or make the drone go sideways and turning and the camera tilting up and down. All these kind of shots that people can do. I can't do all those, okay? But here's what I have. I have this little camera in the sky, which is like a tripod in the sky. So I use it like a tripod in the sky, keep it there, find the right angle, and let the scene unfold itself. So that's a bit hard to do because when you have the drone and you have the controller in your hand, you want to fly it, you want to take it up, down, left, right, all of that. Yeah, I've done that before. I've graduated from that. I've become a more experienced, more seasoned veteran. Not veteran, actually, no, not that good yet. But I've been a little bit more seasoned. Okay, so this time I tried those shots where you can just have little movement of the drone, or just keep the drone steady in one place and just let the scene flow, and that scene was flowing. Believe me, it was absolutely gorgeous the way there was motion of the boats and the lake and everything. So, and this DJI Mini 3 Pro is really good at staying steady in there. Fantastic. So I did that for a while, which was absolutely wonderful. I really enjoyed that. Out of my comfort zone, but once you get the drone in the air, then like, yay, love it. So got the drone back, and after that I stayed at there as well. One thing I did not like very much there is that you can't get a proper sunset shot from there because the sun is setting in the other direction. So where I was, I had to be in the other, on the completely opposite side of the lake to get the sun, even get any, like reflections in there. But the sun sets very far away behind the mountains. So okay, fine, whatever, do your thing, I'll do my thing. So I stayed there for a while, and then I wanted to go to this grocery store that I checked out on Google Maps before, because I wanted to get some stuff for evening. I did not want to go out again, did not want to spend another 20 euros for one meal, because that's what I'm finding it everywhere I go, even it's a cafe or a restaurant. In Slovenia, it seems to be like I end up spending about 20-25 euros for one meal. So didn't want to do that this time. I would probably not eat at Starkle again the 2 days that I'm here, because it's just too expensive. So I had looked at that, and I went to the shop. By this time I could see on the road, little road that I took when I was coming in, there's only one, there was a whole traffic jam of cars, not coming in but going out of Bled. There were so many cars, like a whole procession of tail lights that you can see. People are stopped, and people stopped very decently behind zebra crossing so people can cross. So I went to this little Marketor, it's called Poslovani, I think the name was on the map, but I did not see the name there. So I don't know if it's the same shop or not, but that's where Google Maps brought me. So they had quite a lot of stuff. They had some nice fresh bread as well. I found some vegan yogurt. So there was not many vegetarian things, but there were a couple of vegan things. So I got that. I got some protein bars which are vegetarian but not vegan. So I asked the girl at the counter. So she told me, yeah, they are not vegan but vegetarian. Okay, cool. So it was 22 euros and 67 cents for all of that stuff, which I can show you here. These are the things that I bought, mostly because for breakfast I'll have the breakfast, but lunch if I want to have, or if I don't want to go out for dinner, for a heavy dinner. Because the thing that happens here now is that about 5 o'clock the sun sets, and after that there's no clubbing that I want to do, there's no nightlife. So I would probably be spending my time in the room, which is something I do really well at home as well, and here also. So I will probably be just staying in my room, doing my computer things, and enjoying myself that way. But in that case, then I would probably not feel like going out again to a restaurant or find food. So maybe my lunches would be heavy and late, and dinner would be light as much as possible. That works for my health as well. If I don't have too many calories, that's quite all right with me. So yeah, that's the story for today. So it was oh, by the way, I have not shown you this room. Let me show you this room. When I came back, then I checked in. The guy wasn't there, and this is a trick that I can tell you, which I just figured out today. There was nobody at the counter. I waited about 5 minutes, nobody at the counter. There was a bell there. I didn't want to ring the bell. It sounds kind of rude. So what I did was, sneaky way, I took out my phone, went to the booking.com, looked at the contact us link, and called the reception. So when the phone rang, the guy heard it wherever he was. When he came back, when he got behind the counter, I disconnected the call. And he did not wonder what happened. So I don't know. But it got me what I needed. So he checked me in. The breakfast is this time. Wi-Fi is open. All of that stuff. One thing about this hotel is that told me it's a protocol building. I don't know what that means. Might mean that it's like a heritage building, protected building, something like that. It's a very grand building, by the way. And because of this being a historical building, you are not allowed to post pictures of its inside on the internet. So the ground floor is okay, and the bathroom, the breakfast room, that level is all okay. but you cannot do upstairs your room pictures outside. I don't know if your room you can, but outside or anything you can't. So, okay, so I asked her, can I take pictures of my room for the review, anything? She said, well, I'll ask my colleague, you have to ask my colleague and all that. So fine, whatever. So this happened, something like this happened in the morning also when I was doing some I was capturing some stuff in the breakfast room in Radisson Blue. Some guy shook his finger at me like, not allowed. So I stopped recording. But by the time I had already kind of captured as much as I could capture there. I'm okay for following rules and laws and all of that, but I don't just take instructions from every random person who comes and wants to tell me what to do and what not to do. So that way I'm a little bit of a rebel. So here you have seen the pictures from the breakfast. Anyway, so check-in took like 2 minutes. One thing I do like about this is that they have a proper old-fashioned lock and old-fashioned key, not a card. So I like the card also, but sometimes it's nice to have a proper lock that turns and makes a sound. So, and it's a huge room, it's a suite. The reason I took a suite was because they did not have a double room for tonight. They had either a suite or a suite with a lake view. The suite with the lake view was 190 euros and this one was 147, so 123 pounds for one night. It was, yeah, it is a bit much. Based on, because I wanted to keep it under 100, but other places I got less than 100, so I thought, okay, it can balance my budget. Some places it can be more. So what I have done is I have booked for tonight, I have booked this suite which has 2 rooms. One is this outer room, which is like a sitting room with a single bed and a desk as well. And then there is the inner room, which is a bedroom with the closets and stuff. And then there's a pretty big bathroom with a bathtub and shower and the toilet and the bidet and 2 sinks and mirrors and all that. One thing I don't like about this hotel is that the hand wash and the shampoo and not the shampoo, the body wash, they all have a smell that I don't like. Every time I wash my hands, I use my sunscreen to just take the smell away. Otherwise, yeah, not liking that. But I'm happy to see that more and more hotels now have the hand wash, liquid hand wash, rather than that round, awful, obnoxious little bar of soap, circle of soap, not even bar. So yeah, this is the story for today. I'm now gonna stay in the hotel and then tomorrow we will see what else we can see or where we can drive from here. Maybe Triglav National Park or something like that. In there you cannot fly the drone. Here Lake Bled you can fly the drone, so we will see, but I'll get you pictures in a different way. That's what's coming up tomorrow. Maybe Triglav, maybe something else, I don't know, but wherever I go tomorrow, and then I'll try and see if I can find a nice sunset spot for tomorrow as well. This is it for today. I'm still Slovenia and I'll tell you the story for tomorrow in the next video, so please subscribe. And if you like this video, if you enjoyed it, if you find it entertaining, amusing, or if you learned something new from this, please click the like button, and yes, think about subscribing because that helps the channel. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.